Oh, it's going. Hey guys, my name is Don, and thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm actually going to be going ahead and talking about the Power Rangers movie. Now, uh, a lot of people are really unsure about whether or not they want to go see this movie or not, and I'm not here to try and tell you go see the movie, but essentially, I am trying to persuade you. So with this movie, there's a lot going on. Like this is a basic origin story, just like any other movie, like Power Rangers or anything like that. Um, Come to find out that with the Power Rangers, in particularly, people have a harder time just going, "Oh, well, it's the Power Rangers. Let's go watch the Power Rangers." And like some people are just kind of embracing it because it looks so much different than the show. And yes, that is true, but it's still true to the show. If you are a big fan of the show, then definitely Power Rangers is for you. If you're not a fan of the show, believe it or not, this movie can still be for you. I went with my girlfriend Genevieve or Jenna, and she actually enjoyed the movie. Like she really legitimately enjoyed the movie. You don't really hear this a whole lot. And I mean like hear this a whole lot, not as in like girls liking Power Rangers. I mean um, a non-Power Rangers fan liking the movie, the Power Rangers, liking the Power Rangers. Um, she went into the movie basically thinking that the movie was going to suck. Basically that. And she was actually came out of the movie basically pleasantly surprised at how much better it was than she thought it was going to be. Um, she enjoyed the movie. She loved the character Billy, which I do too. Billy is amazing. Billy is awesome. Um, there was a couple of heartfelt moments with Billy specifically. Um, I'm not gonna ruin the movie for you. I don't want to spoil anything or anything like that. There are a couple of different things that I do want to go over, um, like bits and pieces of the story, like how the Zeo Crystal is under a very specific shop. Let's just say there's a reason why Krispy Kreme is sponsored by, or sorry, Power Rangers is sponsoring. My gosh, I cannot speak today. Let me try again. Um, there's a reason why the Power Rangers is being, uh, I guess you could say, advertised at a Krispy Kreme donut store or at Krispy Kreme donut stores everywhere, and it's got to be one of the best product placements I've ever seen. Really funny. Anyways, um, going into the movie, not a whole lot of people would expect that it's going to have a lot of really great dialogue or really awesome movie scenarios and like all this other stuff, and like it's not going to be as heartfelt because it was made from a kids show. Yeah, it was made from a kids show. Like it was rebooted. Power Rangers is essentially a kids show. However, I don't necessarily recommend kids to watch this, especially if they are not interested in scary images, or, for that matter, swearing. Um, the movie is wonderful. It really, really is. There's no doubt in my mind that this movie is uh, not great. Like, I even went yesterday, again, to kind of get the movie fresh in my mind before I talk about it. I went with my friend Adam, and turned to him and I asked him, "So, what do you think of the movie?" He goes, "I don't see what everybody's problem is. That movie was great." Like he legitimately said that movie was great, which I thought was amazing. Um, a lot of people have problems with the suits, and I can kind of see where they're coming from. But I mean, like if you look closely enough at the actual suits themselves, like you can kind of see like where they were trying to go. They were trying to show off like the original like suits without it actually being original. Or not necessarily original, but like without it being the same exact suits. Like, it is very, very, very reminiscent. Aside from Trini and Zack, I mean, like, I guess it looks like a Sabretooth if you squint your eyes and look really hard. For those of you who don't know, there's a screen next to me, and that's what I'm looking at, because I have a picture of it on my desktop. I am looking at it right here. But, like, I guess it kind of looks like a Sabretooth tiger. That doesn't help any. And I mean, like, Zack's in particular is a kind of looks like a mastodon, I guess. I mean, like, I can see the pterodactyl on Kimberly's helmet, and I could see the T-Rex on Jason's helmet, and I could see the Triceratops, kind of, on Billy's helmet, but I can't really see the saber-toothed tiger and the mastodon on Billy's and or on Zack's and Trini's. The movie was wonderful. The story is great. Rita Repulsa, Elizabeth Banks did a wonderful job on Rita Repulsa. Kind of quirky in a sense that she is very, very, very similar to the original Rita, but more terrifying. Like, I think Black Nerd actually made a very good comment about this. He said, "I don't know if I should be turned on by you or if I should call the police." Basically that. And, like, I kind of get what he's talking about. Like, you don't know if you should be terrified of her or if she's just really being really goofy or not. But, like, other than that, like, she did a wonderful job. Like, she she did her research. Bill Hader as Alpha 5, where he was, like, spot on Alpha. There was a point in the movie where he had to say I, and you could hear the dude in the background on my second seeing, at least, in the back, all the way back there, because we had to sit in the Cinemark on the front seat because all the other seats were taken. But all the way in the back, you hear the guy go, "Woo!" And I was like, good for you for liking Alpha 5. Yeah. You'll hear Rita repeatedly say, "Grow, grow, grow," and then "make my monster grow." Which is very reminiscent of the original show. Hold on. I'm always so grateful that these computers have pause buttons when you're recording. You didn't have to see my little coughing fit. Anyways, moving onward. What was I saying? Alpha 5. Okay. So Bill Hader as Alpha 5, he was amazing. He was spot on with Alpha, and like, you can't really not love Alpha. He's just so adorable and, like, odd all at the same time. Like, the very first scene, he's just like, "Oh my gosh, you're here, you're real." And it was just so much fun to watch him. Like, he put Bill Hader. If you're watching this, I know you're probably not, but if you're watching this, thank you for what you did with Alpha 5. That was spot on, actually. And then Bryan Cranston as Zordon. You could really tell these characters, or these actors, really put a lot of heart into the characters that they were playing. Zordon is really well done. He really is. I really enjoyed watching this movie because it did bring back a lot of nostalgia while also maintaining, for the most part, um, a lot of maturity. Aside from the very opening joke, there is a lot of mature content in this movie. Something I wouldn't necessarily recommend for kids, but it's still a whole lot of fun to just go ahead and watch anyways. Um, if you guys ever get the chance, please sit back and watch the movie. It is really great. There's a lot of hidden Easter eggs, like one involving a series or a franchise that has 5 movies. Technically only 4 until the 5th one comes out, but 5 movies out already. One that just needs to die. One directed by a very specific Mr. Bay. I'm sorry, Michael Bay. The movie is really great. It really is. And a lot of you who are not Power Rangers fans can go into this movie with low expectations and be completely blown away. There are 2 instances in the movie that you think one thing is going to happen and it doesn't. And one of them is so gut-wrenchingly sad that you cannot help but cry, because with the character it involves, you grow this attachment to. You absolutely love this particular character. I'm not going to ruin who it is, what it is, and what about it was so sad, but it was definitely heart-wrenching. It was definitely one of those things that I saw twice and still cried. Both Adam and Jenna, who went to go see these movies with me, Jenna just straight up cried. Like, she was like bawling about this particular character. Adam, he didn't really show a whole lot of emotion about it, but like you could tell he wasn't exactly happy about it. Anyways, my opinion is this: Power Rangers fan or not, you can definitely go and enjoy this movie. It is definitely worth a watch. The scenes, there are quite a few flaws. Take for example, like from day one, I had actually wanted to see Bulk and Skull. And that did not happen. Like, they do have a bully in the movie, but they call him Koalas, I believe, either Koalas or Kowalski. And like, it just wasn't what you thought it would be. Like, they didn't bother naming him Bulk Skulovich, which probably would have been a whole lot better. Like, I seriously went through the whole movie thinking, oh yeah, there's Bulk. Then they say his name just once, I'm just like, his name's not Bulk? Bulk Skulovich would have been an amazing name for the bully. However, it just did not happen. Unfortunately. Anyways, moving onward, another problem I had with the movie is that the name of the movie is called Power Rangers. And what did we not see until about the last 15 minutes of the movie? The Power Rangers. It's very kind of strange how you don't see them until the last, 15 minutes of the movie. I still enjoyed this movie regardless. There were a lot of really cheesy jokes that actually worked out a whole lot better, and some that didn't. Like, the first one that didn't work, well, this is about the only one that I didn't think worked really well, was the bull. Remember that. Because I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail, because I don't want to ruin anything for you. The ones that did work, however, were, well, I wouldn't say the one with the scissors worked, because, the whole factor into that is that she cut her hair, which she did in the trailer. I don't quite understand it, but whatever. The second one is the nuns. Remember, the moment you find the nuns, remember me. Anyways, that is my video. The movie was great. My suggestion, please go see it. You guys have a great day, night, week, whatever. My name is Don, and thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. Like, subscribe.